Welcome to your friendly neighborhood historian, where we discuss just enough history to inform, intrigue, and entertain. I'm Bill Petro. The history of Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. At sundown this year, on December 25th, Hanukkah begins. It is a transliteration of the Hebrew word meaning dedication. This Jewish holiday traces its roots back more than 2,000 years. What's the history behind this popular Jewish festival? At that time, about 160 years before Christ, the Jewish people were living under the oppression of the government of the Syrian Hellenistic ruler Antiochus Epiphanes IV. This name was somewhat ironic. Epiphanes means God manifest in Greek. Epiphanes was a descendant of Seleucus, one of the generals of Alexander the Great. When Alexander died, he left no legitimate heir who survived. Instead, his empire was divided amongst the Diadochi, his surviving 4 generals. For several centuries, the divided empire was ruled by the rival dynasties of 2 of these generals. Ptolemy controlled Egypt, south of Israel. By the way, Cleopatra was the last of his line in the 1st century BC. Seleucus controlled Syria, north of Israel. His descendant was Antiochus Epiphanes IV, who ruled Judea in the 2nd century BC. During his reign, Antiochus oppressed Jewish sensibilities by forbidding the reading of the scriptures, the practice of circumcision, Sabbath observance, and several other Jewish religious practices. To further promote the Hellenization of Israel, meaning conforming it to Greek culture, language, and customs, he set up an altar in the Temple of Jerusalem dedicated to the Roman god Jupiter. Instead of a lamb, a pig was offered as a sacrifice. Pigs are unclean animals, according to the Jewish law. This abomination of desolation, which is a phrase from the book of Daniel, very much angered the Jews. Under the leadership of Judas Maccabeus, nicknamed the Hammer, the Jews overthrew their Syrian overlords, and the temple had all signs of paganism removed. The statue of Jupiter was ground to dust. A feast was instituted on 25th of Kislew, 165 BC, for the temple's purification and rededication, hence the word Hanukkah. The story goes that the light of the temple was relit with only enough pure oil to last 1 day, but miraculously it lasted for 8 days until more oil could be found. The Festival of Lights is celebrated for 8 days. One of the most important Hanukkah customs is to light colorful candles in a menorah or a candelabrum with 8 branches, one for each night of Hanukkah, plus one prominent one that holds the candle to light the others, for a total of 9 stems. On the first night, 1 candle is lit, and on each succeeding night, another is added so that all 8 are alight on the last night. Some menorahs have only 7 branches, as described in Exodus 25, verses 31 through 40. Because the Hanukkah story involved oil, foods fried in oil are traditional for that holiday. Potato pancakes appear to have come to us from Russia. There, Jews made latkes, or potato pancakes, from various ingredients, from cheese to buckwheat flour to noodles. Legend says that during the Maccabean revolt, women behind the lines, during the fight against the Syrians 2,000 years ago, made flat cakes for the warriors because they could be prepared quickly. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you for listening. I'm Bill Petro, your friendly neighborhood historian. You can find more details on this topic and others on my website at billpetro.com.